Hello, many of you might be very familiar with 555 timer, and I would not go into details of that. We would like to discuss some comparison between an analog type versus the digital type. 555 timer in this typical monostable mode, which is triggered from the pin number 2 while it is driven low, is typically a resistor and capacitor based system where the time period is decided by 1.1 times R1 and C1. We all know this. But the problem with this is that if the value of R changes or the value of C changes, which does happen in case of temperature rise or in case of aging, the timing is going to change. You will see this. We get a timing of about 0.5 seconds here. Based on these values, you can always calculate and then can find every time we trigger the pin number 2, we get this kind of timing within seconds. It's a 0.5 seconds. As compared to the digital type, where we have used a microcontroller, an 8051 series, the simplest microcontroller, and we have similarly an arrangement here for the triggering, and then the program is written, and while we operate this and what we notice, we get roughly the same timing based on whatever program we have written. But the beauty with this is, since this is program based and the time difference is taken from crystal connected here, of course there are standard connections which are missing here, which is the software doesn't require such kind of things. Otherwise, the crystal used here is 11.0592 megahertz crystal. It's a very high frequency crystal, and since the time is divided out of this particular crystal frequency, so the timing that we get here would be almost impossible to change over decades of use. That's the biggest advantage of program based compared to the analog type. And if you look at the program, this is a C program. Embedded C we call it. We start from here and then we go on. I will scroll it down so that if you would like to refer to it or to note it down, you can always do so. And we go on like this, and finally we find the timing. This is the place where we can change the time. Just set changes to the different values, you will get different timing. And we are taken the help of timers in the process. The whole program is written and we will get such kind of function that we have seen. Once we trigger, we get this kind of function. Thank you.